What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo. And yesterday I made a video as to speculating why we're getting 10,000 rubies. Because as of lately, every single banner that we've gotten recently has gave us some rubies. You know, we had the BS banner that gave us 10,000 rubies. Then we had the SS banner that gave us 5,000 rubies. And now they're giving us 10,000 rubies, which actually started today. And that's fantastic, right? That's pretty awesome that we're getting the 10,000 rubies. But we all had this little lingering worry in the back of our minds as to, what is this going to be for? Is it going to be for a collab? Is it going to be for another SS or BS banner? And now we know why we're actually getting it. So they actually posted up a developer's note yesterday, which is this right here. And, hello contenders, this is KO of All-Star Dev Team once again. We're here for another developer's note. Hell yeah. Starting in May, we have applied the contents that will be updated in the future and disclose them to everyone. Among the things we have announced, Guild Raid Geese Howard was the first everyone has encountered, which I really like. Geese Howard, I think it's pretty cool. It's similar to Omega, but it is different. And it's definitely a lot harder, especially when you get the expert lunatic, at least in my opinion. And then starting in May, aside from the Guild Raid content, we're working hard to show everyone the other content we will be releasing today. Before we release part 3 of the Developer's Handbook, let's talk about the progress of development of the content that was introduced in part 1 and part 2. So first, we would like to share with you the progress of the chapter of Fight, which is a new game mode that we're going to be getting that was announced in part 1. So now we actually get to see a nice little picture of this thing, and this looks pretty wild. You can see the little craft symbol down there. So what materials are we actually going to be able to craft in here? We'll have to wait and see. You can see that we do have 3 characters on the team. I do see a attack type here in Mai, and I do see a balance type in Orochi, and then I do see an attack type in Kyo. And it does say recommended, so maybe it's going to be by some type of type or color. But I mean, all three of these characters are different colors. So that would lead me to believe that maybe we can use just all different colors. Or maybe it's just going to alternate, I think that would be awesome if it actually alternated, because that means you're going to be forced to use certain characters or forced to use more of your roster, which is actually a good thing. We want to be able to use more of our characters in our roster for game modes, especially if it's a fun game mode. And then you can see here that we got, looks like we can play it 5 times, which, it's a certain amount of restrictions. It's kind of like in Infinite Battle. You can play it 3 times. A league match you can play, actually you can play league match I think 7 times if you're willing to spend the rubies, but typically it's just 3 times. Really, it'd be nice to have a game mode where we could play as much as we want, right? I think that would be pretty cool if we had some kind of game mode. I mean, we do have friendly match, and that's great, but I would love to see a PvE game mode where we could play it as much as we want. Just something to go in, have a little fun, test the characters' power levels, things like that, I mean, you do have the epic quest, but I don't know, something different. But let me know in the comments what you all think about that. But this looks pretty cool. I mean, again, we're going to wait to see. I can see we got different levels here. That means going up 7. Maybe this goes up higher and higher and higher and higher. And maybe the higher you go, maybe the more items you'll get to be able to craft whatever items are in the craft shop. So very interesting. And then you can see here, the screenshot was taken in development environment, and some contents may be changed during the actual update. So as you can see, Chapter of Fight is a breakthrough content that goes one-on-one with your fighters. We're in the process of finishing the balance test. Okay, so they're working on making sure that this is balanced, and we'll be sharing it with the contenders soon. So this is the game mode right here. I see 3 little markers here. Okay, so maybe it's the best 2 out of 3, kind of like what some of the old fighting games were. Maybe the best 2 out of 3. I mean, I'm not sure. Again, we'll have to wait and see. We do have 2 yellow attack here. So again, maybe you have to use like the same color and type versus the same color and type. I'm not really sure, but I am interested in this. I'm very interested in this. New content is a good thing, my friends. We need new game modes. And then with the update to the new content chapter of Fight, the rite of passage will be temporarily closing to reduce daily type content of a similar nature. Okay, so Rite of Passage is going to be closed. I don't think that's really going to bother anybody because really the rewards aren't that good in that. I mean, we have a craft shop in there, but the rewards are kind of shite. They're not the greatest. You got RNG imprint stones that you can get in there. I mean, and then the hammers are just atrocious. You can get 3 gold hammers. It isn't very good considering the amount of effort that you got to put into Rite of Passage, especially when you start getting into higher tiers. Even if the content ended, the Rite of Passage exchange shop will still be open for a certain period of time so that everyone can use up their remaining coins. So, I mean, that's good. At least your coins aren't going to waste. You can use them in the shop to get whatever you need, maybe some of those hammers or some of those imprint stones that are in mystery boxes. We will be providing additional information and schedule through an update notice soon, okay? Second, they will all share the progress of the prestige system, and that's that new system where we're going to be able to level up our characters so we have more of a type advantage against other characters. We're gonna elevate our elemental advantage against other characters, which is pretty cool. After the prestige tentative name system was mentioned in part 2, many contenders have expressed their curiosity about what system it will be. We'll reveal a little about what it's going to look like. So here we actually get a picture or a screenshot of what it's actually going to look like. And you can see here, we have all the different colors available right here. And then we have all of these little stats. You got the defensive stat, you got the attack stats, you got the HP stats. I'm really interested in here. You see all the stats right here as to how this is actually going to work out. But pretty cool. I mean, this kind of thing, again, you know, like I said in a previous video when I talked about this in the last developer's handbook, is, you know, something like this can make it a lot easier, especially in Immortal Dungeons where you have a certain type color that's facing a color with a disadvantage. And you're just going to be able to do a lot more damage. And if you can enhance that effect, it's going to make it a lot easier to do more damage. However, they're going to have to give us some new content in the future, because if one content becomes really super easy, that the games start getting boring. They're not really that fun. So you gotta up the level, kind of like what they did with Nightmare Geese. They definitely upped the level as far as guild raid, which is what they should do. You want content to be more challenging and you want it to be harder as you go, but you still want a lot of the other content to remain the same. That way, when the newer players are coming in and they're starting to build their accounts up, they're able to get through the content and they feel like they have some kind of progression, which is still very important. You got to appease to all of the player base when you're doing these things. So as you can see, it is developed in a form that enhances various abilities for each element. So enhances various abilities, well, they're talking about enhanced attack, defense, and HP. The increased stats are applied to all fighters of the corresponding elements. We're planning that the materials needed for growth can be acquired through Infinite Battle. Okay, so now we know that we're going to be playing through Infinite Battle. We're going to get the materials we need to level up the prestige system. And okay, that's great. So we hope you look forward to the reorganized Infinite Battle. And that also means that, you know, we're still going to have Infinite Battle, so that doesn't change. So this is just an added system that's going to be able to up the levels of our characters. In addition, the second collaboration, and there we go, guys. There we go. Now we know why we got the 10,000 rubies. And we thought, you know, maybe it would be a collab. Maybe it would be SS Banner. I know I saw some comments where some people were like, man, I hope it's the return of SS Mine, SS Athena, you know, but I'm sorry to say, guys, no. It is confirmed that we are getting a collaboration. Which collaboration? Who knows? Who knows, man? I know a lot of people are hoping for a returning collaboration. I know there's people pulling for Seven Knights. There's people pulling for new collaborations like Street Fighter. I mean, guys, there's so many. It's not even funny. You know, you guys know that I'm a massive Tekken fan. I'd be pulling for Tekken, for a return of Tekken. But, I mean, who knows what's going to come in this anniversary? We just know that we are getting a collaboration. And seriously, not to put any salt on this wound that they put on us, but the fact that they're throwing out a collaboration right now, after we just had a collaboration with the Seven Deadly Sins banner, that wasn't that long ago. And then they throw out the BS banner, then they throw out the SS banner, and now they throw out this. I mean, we are getting 10,000 rubies, and it does take 18,000 rubies to go to the pity for a fighter, but you still have to get their cards. So, I mean, we'll see. I mean, I'm hoping they got some good login events, maybe to get some good memories. It would really be awesome. to give us free fest characters, just like what they did with the 7 Deadly Sins. See, this is something you can look forward to, because in the 7 Deadly Sins banner, they did give us 2 free fest characters, Elizabeth and Meliodas. And in the 7 Knights banner, they did give us Rachel, right? And all 3 of those characters are terrific, especially Rachel, right? They actually gave us Rachel's 3PG also for free. So I am praying that they do the same thing. I hope they give us the card with the character that they're going to give us for free. And I got to assume that they're going to do that, because they've done it in the past 2 collaboration events. But they didn't do it for Meliodas and Elizabeth. We actually had to go in the banner. So I'm really hoping they do with like what they did with the 7 Deadly Sins banner, where they actually did give us a 3PG. And this also means that you're going to need a lot of AP, because they're probably going to have a rush event. They usually have some kind of rush event where we're in there farming like hell, trying to get enough tokens for the shop so we can get the imprint stones for these characters. The last 2 banners we've had for collaboration, the 7 Deadly Sins and 7 Knights, we could get imprint stones for those characters in the rush event. And they're very, very good imprint stones. So you're going to need a lot of AP for this. So this was announced to the contenders. We will be presented along with the 3rd anniversary celebration event, as it takes a little more time to improve. As it gets delayed, we will prepare for more complete and quality collaboration. And then they say thank you to all of us and who are awaiting for the 3rd anniversary event. In the meantime, we look forward to your interest in the new high bonus event that provides rubies starting this Thursday. And this is developer's note that we have prepared. As previously mentioned, we'll be discussing more information about the new dungeon and the 3rd anniversary massive update in part 3 of the developer's handbook. So this is going to be a big update. It's going to be a massive update. In addition to the details of part 3, various contents are being prepared for the second half of the year. So please look forward to the developer's handbook. That will follow. Thank you. And it seems pretty positive. You know, we got some likes here, which is good. So, I mean, all of this is all fine and dandy. It really is good. Again, guys, you know, I don't like the fact that they have rushed out these banners so much. I don't like it at all. It really is better when you can give your player base time to recuperate some of those rubies. I say it in all these videos because I think that's very important for all the players. But we're going to have to wait and see. We do know that with the collaboration banners, we usually do get a free fest character. I mean, we did get, let me see here. We got all these characters available. We did get Elizabeth, and let's go to the green here. There we go. And let's go to red. I mean, we did get, if I can find them. We did get this version of Meliodas, which is actually terrific for the Immortal Victor, and that was pretty cool, right? But they didn't give us his 3PG, and that was a real bummer, right? I mean, that's kind of the thing that rubbed people wrong the way a little bit in that last 7 Deadly Sins banner. I mean, and then we also got Elizabeth for free. So they gave us 2 free fest characters, but they didn't give us a 3PG for them. You had to go in the banner to actually get that, whereas Rachel here in the 7 Knights banner, they actually gave her and her 3PG for free, that was amazing. I mean, we were just like this character is freaking awesome. To this day, she's still amazing. I mean, so I really hope, you know, at least with this new banner, that they're going to do that. I hope we have some kind of really good login events for it. It'd really be cool, maybe to get some kind of memories or something. We'll have to wait and see, but you can bet that we're going to have a rush event. We are going to have to farm for those imprint stones, and that's something that we do always love about these collaborations, is that if you have enough AP, you can farm for those stones. But I mean, right now people are using a lot of their AP to try to get through this dice game. They're trying to make sure they get enough dice, although they do offer, you know, a bit of AP in this dice game as rewards, which is good. I mean, you do get 1,000, about 2,000. I mean, you do get quite a bit of AP from this, which really does help, and I'm actually glad they put that in there. It kind of reduces your stress a little bit as far as farming AP, but you're going to need a hell of a lot of it for that new rush event. So let me know how you're all feeling about the developer's handbook. Let me know what you think about the new game modes, the collaboration. I mean, We could speculate all day. I might make a separate video about speculating on the collabs that we could get, but put it down in the comments what collab you would like to see, what collab you would be excited for, and how do you actually feel about it. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GMT plus 7 time. The link will be in the description below, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See ya.